Hello, Husky Nation. Welcome to Beyond the Bench, a weekly series where we sit down with each of our head coaches here at Bloomsburg University to get thoughts about their program, themselves, and what it means to be a Husky. This week's episode is sponsored by First Columbia Bank. We would like to thank them and the rest of our corporate sponsors for their continued support of Husky Athletics. I'm Dave Leisering, Sports Information Director here at Bloomsburg. Today's guest on Beyond the Bench is the head coach of the Huskies men's basketball program, John Sanow. Coach, thank you for joining me today on the Bald Guy edition
That's right.
of the weekly series.
We got a great hairstylist, Dave. Great hairstylist.
They say bald is beautiful, right? So
I believe that. Yep.
We're going to break the internet with this one, I think. That's for sure.
We got no choice, right?
That's right. So, Coach, we'll start how we have with everybody else. How have you stayed connected with your team and keeping them motivated for what lies ahead during this unprecedented time?
Well, for us, we got a really good group of guys. I don't know if you heard the story, but this summer our guys were working and living together at the Mortal Elite's Blueberry Farm down in New Jersey. Okay. So they were connected all summer. You know, a number of our guys, not all of them, but a number of them. And then our other guys got together on weekends, whether to work out or head to the beach, whatever. So we got a really good group, and they enjoy each other and enjoy each other's company, and obviously working on the farm and doing all that type of stuff really got them, put them in a situation where they bond and connected. You know, and for me, you know, a lot of calls, texts. We did some Zoom stuff, but then when we got back to campus and we got an opportunity to work out, it was really good for our morale and really helped our guys. Just getting back in the gym and working out, so that was good for us.
So let's talk a little bit about your path to Bloomsburg. You graduated from IUP, coached a handful of places, including stints at Division I programs, Vermont and St. Francis. What were those experiences like for you as a young coach, and how did that prepare you to become the head coach at Bloomsburg?
Right. Well, I was very fortunate, very lucky that I got to start my coaching career at St. Francis and worked under two really good coaches, and Jim Barron and Tom McConnell. Those guys taught me a lot, and just had some really good experiences there. You know, then moved along to Pitt Johnstown and worked under Coach Bob Rookavina, who's been there for like 30 years, and he's done an excellent job as well. Then up to Gannon, we had some good teams under Jerry Slocum, excellent coach, and then off to Vermont under Mike Lonergan, who's an unbelievable teacher of the game and good to learn from as well. But my experiences at those programs, I mean, the schedule that we got to play at the Division I level, you're playing teams at the highest level, Big East schools, some of the greatest coaches that ever coached in Syracuse, Jim Boeheim, and Wally Massimino, Villanova. John Thompson at Georgetown went down there and played against Allen Iverson. So those experiences were unbelievable. You learn how to prepare and scout for those level teams, and then the leagues at the Northeast Conference and America East, and every night those teams are really good as well. So just great experiences where I've been, and very fortunate to have those experiences.
So I'm sure this is hard to believe for you, but entering your 15th season now as the head coach at Bloomsburg. So what finally led to your decision to come take over the team prior to the 2006-2007 season?
Right. Well, as I said, I was at the University of Vermont was my last stop, and I was an assistant for about 18 years at that point, and really looking to hopefully get an opportunity to have my own program and be a head coach. And when the Bloomsburg job came open, I thought it was a great opportunity to get back to my roots of Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Conference, and it's like a recruiting trip. You come down, you go on the visit, you meet everyone, and it just felt like it'd be an awesome place to be, to have a chance to coach and to live. And fortunately, I got the job, and I'm still here 15 years later. It's unbelievable.
So how would you describe your coaching philosophy, and who's had the greatest impact on your coaching style?
Well, our philosophy is connected to our core values as a program. We talk to our guys a lot about sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself for the betterment of the team. How can you help your teammates be better on and off the floor? Whether that's setting the screen to get your teammate open, or making a great pass for an easy shot, or diving on the floor, taking the charge, those type of things, sacrificing your body for the good of the team. Also we talked to our guys about how can we make Bloomsburg University and the community better. So our guys are willing to go out into the community and do some good work with community service and that type to sacrifice their time and efforts and energy to do some of those type of things. We also talk to them about their attitudes, mentally being focused, physically being ready to go every day, emotionally being invested in what you're doing and how we're doing it, whether that's in practice, get prepared for a big game, or the season, or, with your academics. Mentally, physically, emotionally invested in those type of things. You're going to develop and get better as you move along. And then finally, talk to them about trust. Trust in what we're doing, how we're doing things, trust in the process. You've heard that from coaches before, but look each other in the eye, tell the truth. Relationships are built on trust. We want to make sure that we're doing those types of things with each other. So sacrifice, attitude, trust are what we kind of base our philosophies on with our program.
And who's had the greatest impact on your coaching style?
Well, like I said, I've been fortunate to work with a lot of good coaches. And, as a coach, you're given a toolbox. And every kind of stop along the way, you kind of add things to your toolbox, whether that's philosophies or offenses or defenses, drills, anything you can use to help you be a better coach and run a program. So all along the way, like I said, I've had some really good influences on myself in this profession.
So you have 3 new faces on the roster this upcoming season. Talk a little bit about what they bring to the table, and what are some of the selling points you use to bring those student athletes here to Bloomsburg?
Well, we talked to our recruits. This year, Cam Villarreal, Louis Wild, and Corey Fusco joined our program. But we talked to our recruits first and foremost about academics. Bloomsburg's a great school to come to get a great education. It's going to set you up. The 4 or 5 years that you're here is going to set you up for the next 40 years of your life. We talked to them about it's not just about getting your degree or from Bloomsburg, but it's also about becoming educated while you're here. And Bloomsburg provides obviously a great opportunity to get a great education. We talked to them about the athletic part of it is playing in a great league. Pennsylvania Conference is the biggest Division II league in the country. Every single night you're going to be playing against great players and really good teams and going up against some of the best in Division II. So those are some of the things that we talk about when we're bringing kids on our campus and into Bloomsburg. We talk about the social part of it. I mean, you come to Bloomsburg University, you're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to share experiences with not only your teammates, but other people in the campus community. And you're going to have a lot of fun here. Our guys, when it's all said and done, it's a sad day because they really don't want to leave here. It's like utopia being at Bloomsburg and playing basketball. So the guys are very fortunate to have that opportunity. So those are some of the things that we talk to about when we're recruiting players. Also our coaching staff. Mike Hamlin does a great job recruiting. He's been with me since I've been here. Sage Speech has been here a long time as well. Eric Rigg, my student assistant, so he's in his senior year. So those guys have done an excellent job in just not only helping in the recruiting process and bringing good players to Bloomsburg University, but also in their development while they're here. Our staff does a great job.
So what can we expect from the Huskies once they return to the court? Hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed here in 2021.
Well, we're really excited about this group. You know, we feel like last year we finished the season strong. We finished on a high note. We got a group that really likes to get up and down the floor and play an exciting brand of basketball. I think we ended up third in the league in scoring last year, about 83 points a game. Now, on the flip side, we got to get better on the defensive end and do some things better in that regard. And we started to really trend towards that way at the end of last season, where we were playing much better on the defensive end and doing some good things. So we're really excited about this group and hopefully getting an opportunity to play this season. It's been obviously a weird year with what's all been going on, but we feel very fortunate with the guys that we have and really looking forward to getting out and competing and hopefully doing some really good things.
So, Coach, we know you, the person now. Everybody loves these questions. So, talk about your favorite sports teams.
Well, for me, growing up in Western PA, the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? I mean, Terry Bradshaw, Franco Harris, Lynn Swan, Joe Green, Jack Lambert, you know, all those guys on the Steelers in the 70s. And you know, that was my favorite team kind of growing up. And then the Sixers with Dr. J and Moses Malone, Bobby Jones, and those guys were really good and fun to watch. And then we are family with the Pittsburgh Pirates. You know, I've always been a Pirates fan. So those are some of the teams that I really followed growing up and still do to this day.
When are the Pirates going to be good again, Coach?
Or, you know, we keep grinding away. Hopefully soon.
You mentioned some names, but any role models you had growing up?
Yeah, some of those guys, you know, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, those guys in the basketball arena. Coach K and Dean Smith, coaches, you know, you kind of love to emulate things that they do, those type of things. So those people were influences for sure.
Okay. How about a favorite movie? What are you popping in at night?
Well, movies. I like the underdog type of guys. You know, Rocky. You know that when he's running the streets of Philadelphia and you know, the kids are falling behind. That's a pretty inspiring moment in that movie. So those type of movies. I'm a Seinfeld guy with more TV with Seinfeld and
love Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, you can really quote a lot of stuff that comes from that show.
Absolutely. How about a favorite food, Coach?
Well, anything that my mother makes, for sure. I'm looking forward to getting home for the holidays. My stepfather's Italian, so they make a lot of good Italian dishes as well. So, yeah, I can't wait to get home for Thanksgiving and just eat my mother's cooking, and that's always good.
That's awesome. Any music you listen to? Any favorite musicians or bands?
Well, I'm an 80s guy, so anything from the 80s, you know, 80s on 8, serious, you got to listen, you got to turn that on, and I like country music, been to a few concerts, Kenny Chesney. Go see a Garth Brooks concert. Talk about a guy who brings a lot of spirit to his concerts. Pretty cool seeing him. But Frank Sinatra, you know, if I'm at home, having some dinner and cooking out on the back deck or something, Sinatra's always good.
So if you could meet anyone, past or present, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Probably a couple guys come to mind. Muhammad Ali would be a great one. You know, the greatest of all time, right? It'd be really interesting to sit down and be able to spend some time with him and all the things that he went through in his life. Would be really interesting. And growing up in Western PA, Arnold Palmer would be a great one. I'd love to be able to. How cool would that be to play 18 holes with Arnold? I remember going to the U.S. Open at Oakmont. And I'm standing up on his tee, and you see this wave of people coming up to the tee box, and here comes Arnold Palmer. And Arnold's army was a real thing. That was something to behold when you see that, you know, especially the U.S. Open type of a setting. But he'd be pretty cool to sit down or play around the golf with.
Absolutely. My favorite golfer of all time, for sure. Do you like his drink, by the way? His iced tea and lemonade drink? Do you like that?
Absolutely.
All right, there you go. And then, Coach, last question. What is the best thing about Bloomsburg University?
Well, like I said before, it's a special place with special people, from our coaching staff who has been with me for a long time, Mike Cameron, who I mentioned before, and Sage, and from our support staff, training staff, and sports information departments, people like yourself and Mary, and then our administration, from Dr. Hannon to Dr. McFarland. The culture here at Bloomsburg is unbelievable. It always has been. And, I've been here for 15 years, so obviously really enjoyed being here and coaching here. But feel very fortunate, very blessed to be the coach here at Bloomsburg University. So just a lot of good things when it comes to living and working at Bloomsburg.
Coach, awesome job, and we are looking forward, hopefully keeping our fingers crossed for a season here in 2021.
Yeah, let's do it, Dave. Let's go.
Absolutely, we're here. So, head coach John Sanow of the Bloomsburg University men's basketball program. We'd like to thank Husky Nation for tuning in to Beyond the Bench. Join us again next week as we will visit with another Huskies head coach. We'd also like to thank once again First Columbia Bank for sponsoring today's episode. For information on everything Huskies, visit our website at buhuskies.com and be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm Dave Leiserig. We'll see you next week on Beyond the Bench. Have a great day and go Huskies.